You're getting okay, real okay. Let's do it then. Let's do it.
That's right. It's my first time. Not really.
Oh, it's your first podcast?
No.
No, it's
No.
not your first podcast. What was your first podcast?
What was that? I know Johnny was one of them. I think I had another lady in California.
Did a virtual one, or where you were there?
Virtual, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
that is cool.
Yeah.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think we already started pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Ron Vaughn. Sports massage therapist.
It's true.
That's right.
Mr. Fingers.
It's the fingers.
Yeah, I know. Dave Chappelle calls Jamie Vernon, Joe Rogan's dude, Fingers. But
Right.
I think you're the real Fingers, or at least Magic Fingers. I mean,
Hey, no one's gonna touch you like I do.
that's very true. It's very true. It's like one of the greatest mottos ever. I love it. It's so true,
That's right.
dude. Yeah. So massage therapy.
Yes.
Going and getting soft tissue work is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a lot better afterwards.
Right.
I found that it is extremely beneficial, especially for athletes, people trying to compete in something, or just trying to just stay on top of your daily health, just get a little exercise in. It's important to get some soft tissue work and not necessarily like your standard massage. So we
Right.
can start there. Explain the difference between your athletic massage and going to like Massage Envy.
Well, I can tell you my approach, but you could probably tell me better how you feel the difference.
True.
Between you
Well, let's
go
hear
to-
your approach, and then
My approach.
and then I'll add in.
Okay.
Yeah.
My approach. All right. So, back when I first started, I learned the typical stuff from massage school, but I was also going to school to get my degree in sports science.
Okay.
So, one day I was sitting in exercise phys, and we're breaking down like the body, like we're breaking down the picture, like how he moves, like the range of motion, like how far he has to reach back and the leg, everything from head to toe, right? And I was like, if we could release that muscle, he can get more range of motion and produce more power to get a good pitch, right? Especially like the fingers, like because the fingers are, especially in the picture, like if your fingers have mobility, you can put a more spin on it. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then because it goes in the forearm, so it's like the whole rotation is just like. And I was thinking, I was like, this is pretty cool. So I'm like, because there was sports massage, but then there was not my sports massage. There was like typical like, pre-event, post-event, like kind of slapping the skin and blah blah blah. But it wasn't this. It was the same approach that I came. I was coming to approach where if I could release that muscle and get more range of motion, that athlete's going to be better. And that's where I see it. And then so I don't just work on the belly. I work where the attachments are.
Yeah.
Where the origin and insertion. And that's, you think about like a violin or a guitar. That's where you release it for tune up.
Yeah.
To tune it up, right? You don't just strum, because the belly, right, is the strumming of the string. That's eventually is going to get loose, but it is not automatic.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why like the body, I'm like the muscles kind of like the same way. I'm like, because you study how the body contracts and extends. It's like, okay, and all the micro fibers in it, and so it's got that. Was a myosin, M-Y-S-O-N, myosin. The way the muscles come together. Anyway, it's all physiology stuff.
I have no idea what the word is.
Anyway, I'm trying not to get too nerdy there.
No,
but,
get as nerdy as you
well,
like.
I don't use it every day, so it's kind of like.
That's true. You don't want him to speak.
Yeah.
Then nobody's gonna come and see you.
Like,
That's not true.
what did he say?
Wait a minute.
So that's my approach, is coming to getting the range of motion back in that muscle, so you can get more blood and get elasticity back,
Yeah.
so that the nerves and the arteries and veins can just function. So
Yeah, and that differs definitely from going to just a regular massage therapist and just getting like a relaxing massage that serves its purpose.
right.
And it's nice. You leave and you're like, ooh, I feel good. But the next day, it's right back to normal. Like it doesn't. It's not necessarily the placebo effect, but it's very meant to keep you coming.
Yeah.
And it's meant to keep you like, okay, I want to go back.
Right. Well, I get them done too, but you know, it's more like get the blood flow, get the, you know, skin, just because you get tense.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah,
it's relaxing.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not hating on it. Shit.
If I want to get fixed, I don't go there.
Yeah. That's essentially what I was getting at. You know, if you have an actual injury, that's probably not the best place to go to spend your money to actually get something fixed.
Yeah.
You know, so that it does work better, like you're saying, so that you can release those fibers, that you can get that muscle to have better, or that joint or that area of the body to have a better range of motion, so that you can perform better. And how'd you get started? Like where? So you went to school for sports science.
Yeah, because I wanted to be a football coach, so you had to go to get your degree in kinesiology. Then you go do all the intern. Anyway, that didn't work out.
What happened?
Just you got to know people.
Oh, for sure.
To coach,
for sure.
Right? You're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Thanks, we got our people. I'm like, okay. So anyway, it was a struggle, but
it's very much of a hire within. Yeah. You know, they hire like who they know, and usually to the detriment. Yeah. You know, as the Cowboys, as we know, as Cowboy fans, always hiring people that they like, that they've used before, or you know, they're friends of the head coach, and they're not even the best fit for the position. No. They don't know our personnel, know nothing. No. Hey, we're going to the Super Bowl though.
Every year.
Every year.
This is the year, man.
This is the year. This is the year.
That's right.
Sorry, but so go. Go.
Yeah. So you know, I was trying to be a coach. That didn't. It was a struggle. But like I said, when I went to massage, so when you're in college, there's sometimes they only offer classes at so many times in a day, hours in a day.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I was working at the same time. I was like, okay, I'll go get my massage license so I can go like massage certain hours and then go school and finish up. So that's when it like came to me. It's like, oh, this is kind of goes together. And so that's when I kind of like, okay, still trying to get my degree, finished my degree finally, but still trying to get a coaching job. Didn't work. You know, I was older than my friends that I knew, so it was kind of like late anyway. But
like when you went to school, it was a little bit later.
Yeah, because I was on the 11-year plan, but I finished.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I graduated in '89. I finished in 2000. So
okay, not bad. Did you go to school immediately afterwards, or did you take a break?
I was going to school before I graduated.
And then what were you doing?
Some days I'd go fishing.
Him and Michael Kruger would be best friends, dude.
Like, I was like, I don't feel like going to class. Let's go to rivers.
Let's just go fishing. Yeah, that's good.
So,
good choice.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it has hurt you now.
No.
Hurts you now.
So so now it's just kind of like I got into it, and apparently I did something good because I'm still doing it. But yeah, it was like I didn't really know I was gonna be this good at it. It was like, you know, because there was nothing out there like that. So I kind of like almost created this.
Yeah, because there's been a pretty
system,
good,
I guess.
Yeah, there's been a pretty good pop up of them since, for sure.
Yeah.
But there's still, I feel like there's still so much more room for other people.
Right.
But also that there's more room for you to grow continuously too. Because I feel like people still don't even really know about it.
Right.
Like that it's a real thing. When they think of a massage, they just immediately think of these chain places or a massage therapist. Just getting a deep tissue massage or a Thai massage, getting stretched out or whatever. And I feel like the athletic massage thing is still coming up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I noticed. Is kind of like I'm surprised there's not more people who see that, because I work with physical therapists, I work with chiropractors. I'll see where they're coming from. Their joint manipulation physical therapists is more get you to rehab, but they do. There's functional physical therapy and there's manual physical therapy.
Mm-hmm.
The manual physical therapists are the ones that you really want to see. Those are almost like kind of like what I do. But the thing it's interesting because I know physical therapists, manual therapists who are really like brilliant and smart, but they're still stuck in what they learn in school.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Read books that were written in the 70s.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, and they're still. They're advanced in like their exercises and like, knowing what muscles what. Like me, I've learned, like, it's kind of like that mechanic. He went to the technical school and he learned his technical school. And one mechanic who learned it, doing it about every day.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like the guy who did it every day for his whole life, that's probably the guy you want to go to because he knows, every little trial and error, right?
Sure.
And so it's kind of like where I am. It's like, I kind of like started like, I working with some trainers at Zoe location and I would go there every Sunday. There was 2 of them. I work on like every Sunday and we'd watch football, movies, but I had some theories and thoughts and I would try it out on them and just kind of like go from there.
So is that kind of how you started? You kind of just started on just some people you knew, started working up, and then how did you come to the fruition or come to the decision that you were going to start your own business?
I've always, I guess when I started my own business when my wife was going to have our son and I was going to be a stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'll start my business so I could do it part-time so I could stay home with him.
Okay.
And so that's where it started.
And what year is this?
Man, that was back in the day. See, my son is 15.
How old's your son? There we go.
That's right. I forgot about him.
Start with the age, and then we'll work our way back.
He was born in 06, so I started around 04, 05.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was born in February, so it was kind of like that almost a year before.
So you've been, about 15, 16 years you've been doing
because
this.
I was teaching.
Okay.
I was teaching for the school district, and it was like 2003, and I left 2004. Yeah. And
What made you decide you wanted to leave that? Just wasn't what you wanted to do?
Because I couldn't get a coaching job. I don't want to teach.
Okay. What were you teaching?
Well, I was good at that, but I was working with all level, like, special ed. So I worked with emotionally disturbed kids, kids who couldn't finish their degree, so they come back to 9th grade to get caught up in this. So I used to teach all that subjects. It was pretty cool. But I really wanted to coach. Teaching was like, it's fun. It was part of the job of coaching.
Sure.
It wasn't teach first and coach. It was coach then teach.
So you're trying to be a football coach. What if you did become a football coach? What position would you have coached, or what position would you have wanted to coach?
Oh, either defense or special teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything in particular on defense?
Probably the line. I do that. Actually, I do that now with the semi-pro team.
Okay.
I'm doing the line.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did talk about that the last time. How is that going?
It was good. We had a good season. Our secondary was not very good, but anyway. Hey, how about you come coach us?
Oh yeah. I don't think you want that.
Yeah. My line was good, but the thing about it, it's a whole other story. But anyway, we just needed like another half a second because we'd be on them. Because it takes like, he would get rid of the ball with like.
Sure, you got 2.5, 3 seconds.
Yeah, with like 2 seconds, like 1.5, 2 seconds. And they would punch it outside, and our guys wouldn't cover. It was like so annoying. My guys were so heartbroken. We just need like a half second.
Just a half a second more. Just press the dude. Do something, please.
Exactly.
Put some hands on him. Just slow him down.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Yes. Just let the quarterback go to another target. We'll be there.
Yeah. So your D-line was ferocious.
Yeah.
Were you working on a lot of the guys there too, or?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay.
Ankle injuries or, all kinds of bag.
Yeah, speaking of which, my ankle is fucked. So when I squat,
I'm sure. Kicking everybody.
Yeah, when I squat and my foot is planted and I'm coming down, it'll like push forward a little bit on the ankle joint, and it just feels like there's nothing there. Yeah, it just all feels completely gone.
Gumby.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. It's bad.
Quit kicking people's bones, man.
Yeah. But it's too much fun, though. It's too much fun. But yeah, I probably shouldn't kick elbows or hips.
Well,
sucks.
And also kicking too,
fun.
because that whole like that whipping and hit the body that gets the joint out.
Yeah.
So you need constant manipulation.
Yeah, I mean, I've kicked somebody so hard. Shout out to John. He was a previous episode. I kicked him so hard it popped my ankle back into place. It was great. Like as soon as I hit him, I just felt this instant relief. Like you heard this, and this relief, and I was like, oh, it feels so much better now.
Yeah.
I kicked the hell.
That's
out
crazy
of
how
it.
it happens, right? Because you're like you're doing stuff, you're constantly like twisting your ankle, spraining it, and and then you get kicked, pop.
Yep, boom. Yeah, it felt great. It felt great. I know. Like, man, kicking things for too long, my hips are gonna go. It's only a matter of time. Hips, I try to stretch. Like, I'm glad that I've caught on at this point that taking the recovery a lot more seriously, stretching, getting work done, going to see doc, doing those things now, because how bad I hurt right now, if I didn't do those things, by the time I was 35, I think I'd be done. Like, it'd be a wrap. I don't think I'd be able to train at the level I want to train anymore, because my issue is that I can't just go and train.
Right.
Like, just go train. I can't. Like, I have to go in there balls to the wall. It is boring. It's terrible. It's terrible. Especially like that's why I stopped doing traditional like bodybuilding exercises or just workouts like that, because it's just terribly boring. It's terribly boring. And then you go to Gold's Gym where they got the AC at 66. You warm up for 30 minutes. You're still cold.
Yeah.
You lift. By the time you're done with the lift, or by the time you're done with your whole session, an hour and a half later, you break your first sweat in Golds. You're like, cool, I did nothing. What was the point of this? I did nothing, literally nothing. And then it's just that it's completely different.
Well, even like at our gym, I mean, we have that HIIT training, right?
AC is blasting in there.
Yeah, but I just don't want to do that.
The HIIT?
Yeah, I don't.
That's the only thing I want to do.
It brings back to the memories of like playing ball.
I love playing.
You know?
See, I love football. I mean,
But I'm not playing a sport. If I was playing sport, I would do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just doing it just for fun.
I just love that style of working out. CrossFit style, anything like that. I just love that style. I want to feel like I died. After the workout, I want to have to lay on the mat, lay on the ground for 5-10 minutes before I can move again. Otherwise, did you even work out? Like, and anytime I go in there, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go light this workout. As soon as that timer starts, it's just a whole different me. I'm like, nope, I'm not trying to lose.
That's because you can still win, dude. You're young. When you get my age, it's kind of like,
dude, the girls there kill me. Kelly and Candace. Candace competed in 2017 at the CrossFit Games, and then Kelly's just been a beast. Both of them, I think, are a little older now. I think Kelly's in her 40s or upper 30s, and so is Candace. And both of them are just absolute monsters. They both still squat close to like 275 range. They're both just still absolute monsters, and so I get to compete with them all week. We all go to the same class, and just they're absolute beasts. And then when Bethany was here, working out with her, dude, that's what I enjoy.
Yeah.
So my issue is like that's how I want to compete. I mean, that's what I want to do. Like when I go in there, I want to come out dying. And then same thing with Muay Thai. It's the same thought process. Once I get there, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna spar today. And then we'll finish class, and he'll be like, all right, gear on. And I'm like, yep, gear on. Like I can't leave. Like I can't do it. And then it just afterwards, you're just like, oh, that was so stupid. But it's just so much fun during it that it's just worth it. It's worth it.
But yeah, you got to get treatment because I've got a husband and wife. They're like 9th degree Taekwondo belts, black belts. And the husband has already had both hip replaced.
Yep.
She's had one done.
Yep.
And they talk about their friends who've had one or two done.
Yep.
It's always the right leg because they, or the left leg.
Right leg.
Yeah. Because
back leg has the power.
Because they don't. Back then, there was none of this treatment.
Dude, I mean, I think it's inevitable. I think unless you're spending a absurd amount of money on body recovery, it's probably inevitable. And even if you do, it's probably still inevitable. Like we're just fragile. We're fragile pieces of flesh. Like we're not meant to do this extreme over every day in and out. Like I don't think we're meant to do it, but it's just so much fun. They shouldn't have made it this much fun.
Well, this is like I said. Nowadays, there's enough people out there to help, right?
It's true.
We are not educated. I'm sure I've been to your in classes or how they talk to you about body recovery, but we have to realize that when our joints, the muscles that go around the joints, when they get tight, your joint starts to grind, right? If the joint is not grinding, you probably will last a little longer because it has the fluid and the mobility to move, but when that joint gets like for instance the psoas, I go that's the main one that messes up your hip, and that's real because they're always kicking, and if you don't control that psoas, it's gonna get so tight you get tear your labrum. You know, you start compensating, use the other leg.
Yep.
It just grinds and grinds.
Hey, using the other leg's a good thing for kicking because then you get better with the other leg.
That's right.
So when I couldn't kick with my right leg, all I could do was switch kicks, which is essentially if you're standing in an orthodox stance, you would then switch and then kick. And so when I had hurt my right leg, my shin, I would only be able to switch kick. And so then my switch kick got a little bit better. So it's okay. Sometimes it's good to be handicapped.
Right.
We got off on a tangent here. We got off on this because of the coaching and then the semi-pro, and then this is where we are. So you wanted to be a coach. You were teaching.
Yeah.
Stopped teaching because you weren't getting the coaching job you wanted. Then you started. Then your wife was pregnant with your son.
Yeah.
And then you started kind of working on people you knew, and then how did this grow? Like, how did this continue?
So I was doing part-time, and then my colleague, she's a physical therapist. There was Kristen Powell. She's at Champ Performance right across the street over here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But she had her own place, and I was actually coaching her flag football team.
Ah, okay,
yeah, a bunch of girls, and so that's how we knew them because my wife worked with one of her friends who on the team, blah blah. But anyway, in the end of the season, I was like, hey, if you guys know anybody who needs a massage therapist, I'm looking because and it was the end of the season. She goes, I am. So I went to her office, PT, started working over there, and she's linked into a lot of people. But anyway, it came out where there was the arena football team in town, also Wranglers. So I started working with those guys.
I didn't even know are they still here?
No.
Okay, I was about to say
it closed. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say I never knew about that. Okay.
Yeah, so I worked with those guys, and man, that was a blast because they'd be like, "Hey, Ron, I need you to come work with me." I said, "Dude, I got my kid." They're like, "Bring a kid." I was like, "Okay." So during my son's nap time, he was sleeping 4 hours. I'm like, "All right, I'll be there at this time." And so I get there, I roll him in there. We're in this room. My son's in there in the stroller, and the guy's like, "All right," he gets it on the table, and man, I'd be working on it, and they both be snoring, my son and the guys. It was hilarious. And then an hour goes by, I was like, "Okay, next guy." It was the same thing. It was just like, and my son would wake up like sometimes he would sleep 5 hours, but it just worked out. And then just like doing that and then working at the other location just kind of built up, and like people started to know me, started calling me, and just kind of, word of mouth, yeah. And so just kind of when I was at the Cats location, that's when all the soccer players came in. I mean, we had everybody.
And then when did you end up getting the trailer?
The trailer, man, I was like, so when the Cats closed down, that was like after 10 years. I was there for 8. They okay. So I was at the CG Arena.
Yep.
So I was in there for a couple of years.
Oh, inside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they decided to expand.
Okay.
So they kicked me out. So then I went to Taylor's gym, for only 6 months. Half a year. And then at that time, I was like, okay, I'm going to get me a trailer. So I got the trailer, and I talked to the owners at CG, Allie. I was like, hey, I'm going to get a trailer. She said, okay. I don't think she believed me.
So then you show up with the trailer.
I was like, hey, I got that trailer. She said, oh, yeah?
I think she had no choice at that point. She was like, damn, I did say.
But she wanted me there, right?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go inside. They had no place for me inside. And they got this big old building, but no place for me. They even looked at the computer room. I was like, it's too hot.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be terrible. Terrible.
Right? All the little rays.
Right, just a hot massage.
So I had the trailer, fixed it up. Took me like about 4 months to fix it up. Did it myself. I had a graffiti artist come and paint it. And just parked it over there. I was there for 3 years.
Oh, that's cool. You had a graffiti artist do it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, it was only 3 years?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I've known you more than 3 years.
I know. It's been a great
Definitely
time.
definitely more than 3 years.
Yeah.
But I guess you've been out of the trailer now for like a year.
Yeah.
Year and a half. Yeah, I guess that's close because I probably met you
Yeah, because Johnny sent you to me, right?
Yeah, 4.5 years, 4 or
Mhm.
5 years ago, because I was still working at Six Pack. So yeah, that line's about up. So you had it. So I must have met you right when you got the trailer then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
That's when Johnny started coming in too.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So then you started working on. I mean, in your office or in your trailer or in the gym that you work out of now, you just have all these pictures of these people that you've worked on,
Mm-hmm.
and so that just kind of just happened just over the time, just word of mouth, just different athletes coming to get worked on, and then this person just referred this person. That was pretty cool.
It's pretty interesting how that works with all the groups, because like especially when I was at the Cats location, we get the soccer players. I was okay, soccer players help other groups and people. Then I get a swimmer, because they were doing PT there. So the PTs were like, hey, why don't you go see Ron instead? You don't need, you need some soft tissue. So then I'd meet, like a swimmer, and I'd tell other groups of friends in the swimming, and then it'd be like a baseball. Tell other friends, it was kind of like football, same thing, just like they were just groups of people, word of mouth, they just know each other, and then like Six Pack, like he knew, like he told everybody to come over here.
Yep.
Like
Chad.
Yeah, like you know Monica Brandt? She's one of the models that have Monica Brandt.
Mm-mm.
Okay, she's one of the models. She's a supermodel. Well, she's been a model since the 80s. But she would tell her friends. So I had all these models come in. Somebody had to work on them.
Might as well be me.
well then, yeah.
Small sacrifices.
That's right.
Took one for the team.
Exactly.
Good for you, Ron.
What was cool about it? Well, what's cool about it is that they trusted me, right? So I had one girl was like, just had a breast augmentation and there's scar tissue, so you had to go. The doctor recommends you get that broken up,
like
so,
soft tissue.
Yeah, or all around it. So she was like, okay, she trusted me. She told her friends.
So he does the best boob work ever.
Yes. So not only was I the butt man, I was also the boob man. I was like the TNA guy.
I love it.
Because one of the radio 101X, Deb, she used to call me the butt man because I worked on her butt one time when she fell off the skateboard.
Ah, yeah.
So she would call me the butt man, and so I had that prior to being the boob man. So someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. Yeah. It might as well be you.
Might as well be me.
Might as well be you, because you're literally a magician with your fingers.
Yep.
Like you can find the issue really fast.
Yeah.
Like just feeling around.
Especially now. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're pinpoint. You're like, whoop, it's this.
Whoop, there it is.
Yep. And then you find it so quick. And then I remember the first time going to you and just being so mind blown about how the body works and how everything is connected. And I would go, I think the reason why I went, the first time I think I went was due to knee pain, because I was squatting every day. And I did that for quite some time. And got strong as fuck from it, man. Squatting every day is great if you can maintain it and you're eating enough and you get the stretch your quads. So that's the biggest thing. And so went there for knee pain, and it was like the bottom of the knee, that very typical squatting like pain that you get when you squat in the bottom of your knee. And you were like, yeah, it's just because your quads. Like it just and then you started working on my quads, and then the next day squatting, like no knee pain, and then I kept going back to you, and every time I'm there, I love to pick your brain on just like what it is that you're doing and why that you're doing this, because I find it super fascinating. I find the whole thing super fascinating. Like how if your shoulder hurts, it's like your pec or your bicep or your lat or your rear delt or something else is not working. So the part that hurts is just overcompensating for the part that's not working properly.
Yep.
And from then on, my perspective on how the body works was completely different, because like I focused more on those things, stretching those other areas, foam rolling, doing those things. And granted, I still fucked up, but for the most part, it's more like real injuries versus just aches and pains. Now I'm just like, okay, this shoulder's really fucked, and now this ankle's fucked. This left hamstring is fucked. Like those things are just.
Well, I haven't seen you in a long time. So.
I know, it's true. I know, dude. After this car April. What is it now?
How many fights have you
August. Had? Just one.
Just one?
Well, just one registered fight.
Right.
I mean, the
training.
sparring is pretty. Sparring twice a week. sometimes 3 times a week, since last October. Yeah. It's not even that long, though, when you think about it. It's not even a year yet.
Feels like 10.
Dude, shit. Feels like 10 on your body. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. And that just puts into perspective, like, these UFC guys, these boxers, what they go through is insane.
Yeah.
And it also puts into perspective the NFL. Those guys just getting destroyed. Now 17 games. How terrible.
Yeah.
Like, that was... Why? Why did we need to make the season longer? These guys they're barely staying healthy through the 16 games. Why are you gonna make them pay 17? Like, I had this argument with somebody the other day. Well, not the other day, but a while back. I think that the NFL is the most dangerous. I think fighting is safer than the NFL. I mean, dude, the impact and the size of those guys and the speed that they're moving at and just the amount of force and power they generate. Like, imagine just getting hit by Aaron Donald. I showed a dude a picture of Aaron Donald yesterday, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "There's people that big?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. He's all of 300 pounds and like 9% body fat, 10% body fat. Yeah, like, he exists. He's a real thing, and people get hit by him on a weekly basis, and it's just like, no one that big should move that fast and be able to generate this amount of force. It's crazy. I think football is the most dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I think that.
Well, soccer's pretty bad too.
Soccer is pretty bad. Going shin to shin is not fun.
Well, think about it. You're sprinting so fast. You have to cut on a dime.
Yeah.
To dribble a ball at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you have to, like, kick it, in weird positions. And then by the time, try not to get hit by another guy trying to get the ball from you. And then you go for a header, you hit your head.
That is true. They get headers and headbutts while you're trying to head. Yeah, it's definitely soccer's up there, I guess, out of the rest of the sports, because baseball's not very dangerous. When you get hit with a ball, it's probably not fun.
Yeah.
Or if you take a line drive to the head, probably not fun.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very much.
No, thankfully. God, that'd be terrible. Could you imagine just once a week, just people taking line drives, the pitchers just getting drilled?
Well, that's what
That'd
football
be terrible.
is, right?
That's exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why football's nuts. That's why those guys are crazy. And, like, you think of guys like James Harrison, who played 16, 17, I think maybe 18 years, playing linebacker, and just literally there's not a play you don't get hit playing linebacker. Like, I mean, unless they're taking a knee. Like, that's it. That's the only time you're not getting hit. Or playing D-line, O-line, running back. Like, those guys, they're crazy. They're crazy. I can't imagine what they feel like when they wake up in the morning. And you always got those people that are like, "Oh, I feel great." Bitch, stop lying. Every athlete is sitting back watching those interviews like, no, you don't. Not a chance you do. Like, I know how you feel, and you probably feel 10 times worse than what I can imagine how you feel. Like, it's just, those guys are nuts, man. But yeah, no, I mean, you're just a wizard with your fingers, and you can just find those and pinpoint those areas swiftly now.
Yeah.
Well, because you gotta go good at it.
Well, you gotta understand all the muscle overlapping too. That's a lot of people don't realize the muscle overlapping. Like, even like in PT school, because I take this cadaver class, and I go there so I can see where the muscles attach.
What's a cadaver?
Cadaver is like your dead body that's been skinned.
Okay, I've heard that word before, but I couldn't.
Yeah. So, like, I'll go and I'm like, I want to see the attachments. Well, they haven't got to that part yet. So I'm like, oh man, all they just do the belly. But a lot of times that's all they do focus on is the belly and the nerves. They don't talk much about where everything crosses, and that's where a lot of the injuries come in. Like, if you got you're compensating on your shoulder and bicep, and it turns your elbow and shoulder. It's just like, and then the opposite is the forearm. It's like pulling on here, and it's just like that's torques on your joint, and no one talks about that.
It's yeah. It's not as much talked about.
Like, especially like you're kicking, right? Every time you come up and you kick, you're rotating. What about the opposing muscles
Yeah.
that are trying to hold it together?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to kick something, and because you're kicking, and your foot should be going, but the other muscles are holding it together.
Sure.
Right. That's why on your hip it's hard, because it's trying to like hold it in place.
Stabilize it,
Yeah,
and
so-
make sure that your leg doesn't just fall off while kicking. And just like, oh well, there's my
Yeah.
leg.
And-
Detached.
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head, you're fucking just hips on the ground, dude. Like, oh no, there goes my hip. Like,
Right.
that'd be terrible.
Like when you punch somebody, right? You got tricep, but then the punch you're throwing, your joint has to take it.
Snappy.
Right, and so the pecs and rotator cuff,
Yeah.
and, lat, everything has to like hold that impact. And
I think that's what's irritated this shoulder a lot, because this
Yeah.
is my jab arm, and it's gotten to the point now where I try to do gymnastic moves and I can't. Like this shoulder, it goes right here. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
And then this one, no
Mhm.
problem. And so this one is getting bad.
Yeah.
I went to go do just kips on the pull-up bar and just rotating like this, and I could just feel it like grinding. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
yeah. And then driving home driving home Friday, just my whole leg just locks up, and just it's, I don't even know how to explain it, but just from my glute down,
Yeah.
just completely locks up, and then my glute is just this excruciating pain. And then, like, while driving, I was like, I gotta make an appointment with Ron. And then I was like, the dates, the 2 earliest dates just didn't work yet, and I can't plan that far ahead. Can't. Because with my luck, because Tuesdays, that's always my day off, and then I schedule everything on Tuesdays. And if I schedule it like a month from now, I'll forget, and then I'll schedule a hair at the same time, or schedule something else at the same time. So it's like, I'll be like, no, yeah, it's too much. It's too much, so I gotta figure it out. But yeah, I was like, man, I gotta go see Ron. I gotta get my ass worked on.
Yeah. Well, because you're sitting, you're compressing that nerve.
Yep.
The hamstrings are not moving.
Yep. Yep. It was excruciating.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where I was like, Arya, we're not gonna stop. We just gotta get home. Like, I have to just lay out. Like, my just whole left leg just was not having it. And I tried I tried every little thing. I tried like slouching in the chair like this, put it on cruise control, like try to put less pressure on my glute. And then I tried sitting with my leg like crossed over and stretch it. And then I tried everything. I tried cruise control. I tried like stretching it, like elongating it, and nothing. It didn't matter. Right after like hour 1, it was, the next 12 were terrible.
Well, next time we can try this.
Just gotta bring you with me.
Do that too. But dig your heel in the floor of the car and activate your hamstring.
So I tried like squeezing my glutes, and my whole body started shaking, trying to like activate my glute. Yeah, I thought of something along those lines. I didn't.
Mhm.
I can kind of see what you're saying. So you just drive your heel into your.
Yeah. Or you're sitting there.
Yeah.
And
I see what you're saying.
And side to side with your hips in the chair.
Yeah. See? The more you know. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it's whatever.
Well,
After.
I'm working on doing like 2-minute, 1, 2, maybe 5-minute videos for like the desk jockeys,
Okay.
right? Because they're sitting at their desk, like 10 hours, 8 hours. I'm like, they don't get up. I'm like, you need to get up at least whatever 1-2 hours just to do some movement.
Yeah, something.
So I want to make something where they, it's like, okay, everybody get up, get your ass up, right, some butt kicks,
You should though. That's the next step.
Uh-huh.
That's like the next step in your business. You've now
Yeah.
you've gotten to the point where you're at Hit Athletic, which is off of Burn It. So if
Mhm.
anybody wants to go see you, it's Hit Athletic. That's off of Burn It. It's a big old gym over there. Dope gym. Batting cage upstairs. A whole 50-yard turf field downstairs. Full weight room. Full boxing room.
Spin.
Yeah, there's everything in there. They got kettlebells,
You got
air bikes, full full gym, barbells, power racks
not
on
a
the
spa,
turf.
but what do you call it?
Sauna.
Sauna.
Dude, that is what I need. That's what I need in my life right now. So neither gym that I have has a sauna, and I need a I need a sauna. Like I'm to the point where I'm thinking about buying one and putting it in here. Like that's where I'm at right now, because the sauna is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Nothing feels better than the sauna. Than when you get out, you feel like a whole new human being. That stress is gone. You've released all those endorphins, dopamine. Like you've sweated out all the bad toxins. Like you just feel immensely better if you just sit in there for about 10 to 20 minutes. It feels great.
Yeah.
Now ice baths, nah, fuck that. Fuck that.
Shrivel it up.
Nah, it's terrible. Like you step in, and you're just like, oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Nope, I can't. I hate it. So I want to do it because I suck at it. And so one thing my friend does is he does a cold shower every morning. And I can't get myself to do it. Every time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And then, no, I bitch out every time. Time.
Just turn the hot water off and stay in the cold for like 5 seconds.
What do you mean?
Like you're taking a shower,
Uh-huh.
okay, you're about to get out. Turn the hot water off. It's cold.
Just stand there.
Yeah, no more than 10 seconds.
Just start there.
Just go, and then you'll feel a lot better. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like right in that moment, instead of grabbing the towel immediately, just stand there just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend also he'll start hot and then he'll slowly just make it colder until it's all the way cold.
Yeah.
But then the water doesn't even get that cold here because it's so hot outside. So the water doesn't even get that cold. And then if you want to fill your ice tub up, if you want to fill your tub up with ice, you gotta get like 10 bags of ice, and then it's just miserable.
It's still cheaper than $60 for 3 minutes.
It's true. At Cairo. Yeah.
That's a lot of ice.
A lot of people
$60.
love that. A lot of people love Cairo.
Yeah, it feels pretty good, but 3 minutes, I'm like, I need a little more time.
Yeah, it should be like 6 or 7.
Right.
Yeah. That's because in an ice bath, you want to stay in about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like the ideal before your body starts to go, all right, dude, we're gonna die soon.
Well, now they have those freezers.
Freezers.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Submerged freezers. Like you get a freezer, have a little ice, water in there, and then you turn it up, turn that when you get ready to get in there, submerge.
I've seen like ice boxes now that people have made that companies are selling, and dude, they're like $7,000. It's like for an ice bath.
Yeah.
It's all it does. It's literally this big tub that you can sit in that it'll keep the temperature that cold regardless. So you don't have to like keep putting ice in there or anything. It'll just keep it that cold. It's like a big old Yeti cooler that you can lay in. And $9,000 though. So
what the cheapest thing is, right? Is just do mobility work at the house.
Dude, I tried.
No. I'm talking about movements.
No. I have been. I have been more recently.
Okay. Like, are your kicks you do? Doing the backwards, the opposite way. You don't have to kick them, but move them that way.
Yeah, so like you would just rotate your hip in the opposite direction.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like say your shoulders busted. Well, okay. Make sure the biceps going. Work on your range of motion. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It will eventually your body will let go.
Yeah.
That's why I come in and I'm actually moving your muscles for you, where you can kind of almost do most of the stuff yourself if you know what you're doing, but no one talks about that.
Well, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard, and it takes a mad amount of discipline.
Yes.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. People spend more time rolling, Cairo, all this other stuff, when they could be doing some mobility work. And I'm not talking about flexibility. I'm talking about mobility.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a difference between flexibility and mobility.
So what's an example of something you do for your shoulder?
For your shoulder. So, like I said, for one, like bicep curls, tricep extensions, like raise your arm up, forward, backwards, do range of motion, stuff like going backwards.
Ooh, and then laying on your stomach and doing the YT.
Yeah, those work too.
The
witty, WITY.
WITY?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then the W is like this.
Yeah.
And then the Y's. And then the T's.
Yeah, and the I straight down.
And the I, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I need to get back. That's what I need to do more.
It doesn't cost anything.
I always forget about that. Yeah, I know.
It's free.
I know. So is a lacrosse ball. A lacrosse ball is also your best friend.
Yeah. But even then, if you're working your mobility, you don't even need all that stuff.
Yeah, you don't even need to release the trigger point because it'll just release.
It's already moving.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know, we don't talk about that. All these companies are selling this.
Well,
and this.
yeah, because everybody wants the easy fix.
Yeah.
That's what we all want. We want convenience and the easy fix. Nobody wants to sit on their couch.
But they want to buy all these little toys, but they don't want to go see the massage therapist.
That's because nobody wants to. That's because I think people are kind of like.
Well,
I don't know if embarrassed is the right word, but it is kind of odd. Like if I was living here with a roommate, it's even kind of weird sometimes just by myself. I'm just sitting in the middle of my floor, just stretching out. I'm just like this. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird in your own house. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But like if you had a roommate or your spouse is with you or whatever, that person has to kind of. That's a dog.
oh.
Yeah. She was laying there making noises. I don't know. Like you have to stretch in front of this person or do these, butt kicks or do your mobility work in front of this person. And I guess if that person doesn't really
That's why I want to
understand
make a
what you're
video.
trying to do.
So people can do it like every hour, every 2 hours. Just kind of like get up.
You should do this.
People
No, I
don't
like
click
this.
on,
This is the next step.
I say butt kicks, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Now you
That's
need
it.
a new YouTube.
Instead of that spreadsheet, spread them cheeks and do a squat. Squat, spread, squat. Stuff like that.
See, now you need a YouTube channel.
Right?
So now you have to make a YouTube channel.
Get them
now,
hands up.
So now it's official because you said it on here.
All right.
So
How
now
about
it's
just an
official.
app? You just download the app.
Okay, fancy.
Yeah.
And you could.
Any sponsors?
Well, you could though. Yeah, so you could integrate the two. So you can create an app for scheduling and stuff, and then integrate the videos into the app.
Have like a library.
Yeah, and then kill two birds with one stone. I like that.
Yeah.
So any app developers watching,
investors too.
Hit this man up.
Because it's not gonna take 5 minutes to make it. It's gonna take like.
I don't think an app is an app super expensive. I know.
Well, it is to develop it because it takes time for the.
Yeah, but I know people who have apps.
Yeah.
Like for their
Because you think
small
about it,
businesses.
my app
and
you
I
have to
can't
like
believe
video, come up with the library, set the time.
No, not necessarily. You just have You just have to have the ability. Somewhere in the programming, you just have to have the ability to upload a video to a certain portion of the app. So it's not necessarily anything super crazy. They just have to code in there that you can upload a video to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all. I don't know. I also don't know how to code.
That's why
I got a C.
We need help.
I got a C in computer science, and that was in high school.
I got the idea. I got the.
Dude, still to this day, the second hardest class I've ever taken. And then the first hardest class was the class that I was taking at the same time, which was AP Calculus. Look, if you are still in high school and you're listening to this, don't do what I did. AP classes are a joke. Take the dual credit ones. I didn't pass not a single one of those AP exams. It was completely just useless. Like, other than just getting challenged, the actual classes themselves provided me zero benefit going forward. I didn't get any college credits whatsoever from any of those hard-ass classes. I took them my senior year. And so I took 7 AP classes my senior year.
Yeah.
6 or 7. It was terrible. It was terrible. AP Calculus was harder than any college class I took, by far. And computer science was the second hardest class I've ever taken. And it just didn't click for me. Like computer science and coding and learning C++ and all that and Java, I just didn't register with me at all.
Flat ass is all that is.
Just sit. Yeah, dude. But that's where the world's going though. If you can't code, hopefully you got a good small business or something because automation is coming. Like, I mean, there's not going to be a lot of need for non-tech workers at some point. Like, everything's going to be automated. Self-checkouts are just the beginning. And then slowly but surely they're just going to start phasing out other aspects of businesses as they can begin to efficiently automate it. And as long as they can make the same amount of money, they don't care. That's it. That's a game. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for everybody after that. And hopefully you can code, or you have a small business at that point, because I don't know what else you're going to be doing. And hopefully you invested in your crypto. You got them?
I don't have any. Wait, I did. I sold it.
Dang.
The dog crypto or whatever.
The Doge. You got to get back in. Got to get back in, man. Crypto's
Dogecoin, is that what it was?
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
Yeah. Crypto's we're doing very well. Very well, Jeffrey and I over here. You know, we've had a few good little spurts of some crypto runs. And I've had the guy on that comes on that it was before this episode. He's like essentially kind of like a data or 2 episodes before this. As like a data privacy lawyer, and he's huge in the crypto. And talked to him about it, and he fully believes in it. And then I sold a cryptocurrency developer the day before I left on vacation. That was a pretty cool conversation. For one, I mean, it's not every day you meet someone who develops it, so that was pretty cool. So he pretty much creates his own tokens, and they serve their own various different purposes. But yeah, crypto's the future.
I accept crypto.
You should.
I do have a wallet.
Do you?
Yeah, you can pay me their crypto.
You should.
That's MXV coins.
Genius.
And we got a barcode.
I just saw another guy that I follow that has a podcast called the Social Proof Podcast. He just said that any service that he offers from now on, you can pay him in crypto too. Mm-hmm. That's the way to go. It makes so much sense, because if I pay you $100 right now in crypto, and then next week it jumps 10%, you just made $110 off of a service that you're only charging $100 for.
Right. It's
genius. There'd be no reason for you,
you
not
can pay
to
me
take
that way.
No, I'm not gonna pay you that way.
Oh, why not?
Because then I'm gonna lose my crypto. No, you can take my $100 that I pay you and put it into crypto. Yeah. But I don't want to pay you in crypto. Not yet. Now, once I get more in there, and once I set up the auto pay and I have a circulating supply, then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, we can talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'll put it on auto pay. $100 a month.
Pay.
Dude, that's smart though. That's good. I would talk about that to like anybody who's about to pay. I would let them know, because someone you might get $1,000 worth of whatever crypto they want to pay you in. I would only take the 3 main ones, or like the bigger ones, like so Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. And I mean, you could take Doge. Doge it's still gonna go at some point. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. I would accept any of those. I wouldn't have someone just give you some bullshit like I don't even know. I can't even think of one off the top of my head, but just some BS crypto. I would only take the big ones that are being used by businesses, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Yeah. Those are the ones that people are accepting at businesses.
I have the Bitcoin wallet, so.
Yep. Bitcoin, it's not going anywhere.
No.
It's not going anywhere. It's back up to 50 G's. After being, if you would have bought Bitcoin 3 weeks ago, if you would have bought one Bitcoin, it was 18,000. You would have already tripled your money.
Jeez. Just
in 3 weeks. If you'd have just bought it on the down, waited for it to go up, just sold it right now, boom, you would have turned 18 grand into 50 grand in about 3 weeks. That's a good payday.
You can pay me in Bitcoin.
Do it. That's good. Yeah, when I set up the auto pay, I'll pay you in Bitcoin. Right. I'm down for that. We can do that.
Take it.
All right, bet. Maybe not Bitcoin. I'll pay you in ADA, because I think you'll get more from that. You'll get more benefit from that.
American Disability Act?
80. That's a good one. No, it's called Cardano. It's the It's the one that's so it's one of the main ones, but it's only trading at about $2.60 right now. We're at 275. Oh, wow! You just got the live update from Jeffrey Roth himself. We are balling. We're balling. 275. So it was a 189 at the beginning of this week.
Okay.
So it's 275 as of today, which is the highest it's ever been. And that's the one that I recommend the most. That's the one that I have the most money in myself. This is not financial advice, by the way. But that's what I personally have my money in, the majority. And I have it spread out through some other ones too, but Cardano is the one that I've dumped the most into. But my friend, the guy I was just talking about, the lawyer, he was saying Bitcoin, just keep dumping in the Bitcoin. Who cares how big that number is and how much, like the fractions that you're buying into at, doesn't matter. Just keep buying it, set it up on an auto recurring withdrawal, just whatever you can spare, set it up. And because he thinks that it could hit something crazy, just a ridiculous number at one point. And he referenced it to the Berkshire stock, which trades at $470,000 a share.
Dang.
One share, $470,000. He said it took them 60 years to get to that point, and he thinks Bitcoin can achieve that kind of number, but in a way less time period.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I mean, that's what everyone's going to use. Blockchain, the technology itself. And that's how he explained it too. He said, don't even think about it like as in Bitcoin or Ethereum or ADA. Just think about the technology itself. How much is that technology worth? And then once they kind of explain the technology and how it's going to be integrated in all aspects of life, like, oh, that technology is worth a lot. You know, it's worth a lot. How did we get here? Crypto.
Woof. I'm accepting Bitcoin.
That's true.
Cash check, Venmo, Bitcoin.
Cash check,
gift
Venmo,
cards.
Bitcoin, please. That would be good. That'd be good. If people start paying you in crypto, you're way ahead of the game. So that's good.
Well, I've had it for like 5 years for the account.
Should have bought 5 years ago. If you'd have bought
Right.
Bitcoin,
Maybe it was 10 years ago.
you'd be. Oh, no,
I think it was
right.
$2,000 back then.
Oh, dude, you could have bought it. You could have bought one Bitcoin, and then you would have made what? You made 15 times your money,
Probably.
something like that. 20 times your money. More than that.
Maybe
20
100
times your
times.
money. Yeah. Hey, you made a lot. Dang. What could have been? You should have took Bitcoin. You should have started accepting it in 2012 when it was worth dollars.
When I was in college, they said buy some Dell stock. It's cheap.
Damn. We have a few people at work who worked with a guy. There used to be a guy that worked with us. Well, not me, but other people I know that have been there for a long time, who was telling them to buy Bitcoin in like 2013, 2012, and they didn't do it. They could have. I know a lot of people that are like that, and I think about it too. I don't know if I would have done it myself. And you had to jump through a lot of hoops to buy it back then. Like it was really inaccessible, inaccessible. Thanks. This is my he's my all talking communicator, corrector,
Translator.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, yeah. He keeps me. He keeps me. I guess keeps my English superior. I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say right now. Anyways, back to you though. So, you got the trailer. You're doing that. Now you're in the gym. Now what? So now you have this plan of creating these videos. What else are you looking to do? Like what's the long-term goal here?
I always wanted to go work with sports teams.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
But man, that is such a racket.
Have you tried or have you reached out to anybody?
So
how does that process work?
The process is, if you have money to pay this sports team, you can do it. They don't actually have the best.
Can you pull up Instagram?
They don't actually have the best.
Uh-huh.
They have people who pay them.
Yeah.
A lot. Just like the soccer team here in town.
Okay.
Right?
I was about to say, that would have been probably a good one.
Yeah, but
look up foot doctor _ Asaya. Have you seen this guy? Do you know this guy here in town? right there. That first one. Yeah. There you go. So this guy coaches my friend's kids. And he just got signed with the Brooklyn Nets. And he does a lot. Click on just scroll down. Scroll down. Just click on one of these videos. Just pick that. It doesn't matter. Just pick any of them. It'll give them an idea of what we're talking about anyways. So he does a lot of movements. I don't even know how you would explain this. I guess he's kind of a PT in a way, but maybe not. More like a I don't know. To me, I would just call him an athletic specialist. So essentially, he works with younger athletes, mainly baseball pitchers or softball pitchers, and just has them getting ready. And kind of talking about what you're talking about, just different doing things from a different approach, I guess, like working on things without directly working on them, if that makes sense. So like, this is all for pitching, but they're not actually pitching. Right.
So how do you get on with the Nets?
Well, that I don't know. So he
must have known somebody.
Recent. Right? It was very recent. So he was called in. Oh yeah. So if you want to see cool videos and movements, performance, go follow him on Instagram, guys. FootDoctor_Asaya. Thank you, sir. Okay. And yeah, he got called up there to go work on James Harden when he hurt his hamstring, the second round of the playoffs. So he ended up getting called up there, and I guess whatever he did helped, and they ended up wanting him back.
That's good.
And so it's good for him. Yeah. And then the kids are kind of like, oh, what are we gonna do if he leaves? But
see, stuff like that, he had to know someone because he goes straight to the top. They have their doctors, and I know like Express here, Round Express. I was gonna try to work with them, but they're like, oh, the Rangers, when they were the Rangers, like the Rangers, they own all this. You have to go through them. They have their docs, and they send this and this. I'm like, oh, that's how it works. And then the same thing with the soccer program in town. Is like I guess who's it, Seton? They paid tons of money to be the physical therapist for that program. Like, because my person, they wanted to do it. My person actually knows a doctor's working with them, but they had the money. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it depends on.
Yeah, because it seems like sometimes when, like the Cowboys, for instance, or just any football team, in instance, when there's like a chronic hamstring on multiple athletes. Right. To me, that just seems like whatever they're doing is either overloading the hamstrings and not getting the proper recovery, or what they're doing is just wrong. And so when I see those things and I see those types of injuries, because those types of injuries are usually something being overworked, something not moving properly, something like that. And so I always wonder, I'm like, what are these guys doing? Like, what are these athletic trainers doing? Right. Or a perfect example was the Super Bowl not too long ago, the Ravens 49ers, when the power went out. And you saw those guys static stretching during the time off when the lights were off. And you're like, even I, not educated enough in this at all, understands that is not what you do. Nope. But they were doing it at the NFL level. Yeah. They had people stretching in the middle. It's just not an efficient way to stay warm. That's not what you do. No, it needs to be rapid movements. Yeah, it needs to be dynamic movements, dynamic stretching. Like, you do not need to be sitting there trying to touch your toes for 30 seconds while the lights are off and you're trying to stay warm for a football game. Like, that's not what you need to do. And so that blew my mind. And I feel like you see that a lot in just common training in these higher level programs. And it makes sense what you're saying, because I'm sure the guys that they go to in the off season are fantastic. Right. I'm sure they're getting top of the line, super intelligent people. But those team people, they just, I'm like,
Well, it's because you got to remember, a lot of them have been there forever. It's the
yeah.
old buddy system. Oh, you know, Doc so and so, he has the same program. Just continue paying them every year or whatever, and it's the same philosophy. They don't. This is we know more nowadays.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be hamstring stretch. Touch. It's not even your hamstring. It's probably your adductors.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's about your calves are tight. It's not your hamstring. You know, stuff like that. It's like, you know, it's just so frustrating. But yeah, just better to know somebody who knows an athlete. Once you get with the athlete, and they feel, that's when they tell their friends. That's what happened to this guy. Somehow he got with Harden, and then you're like,
Yep.
this is how
Someone
it happens,
probably
right?
worked with somebody.
Yeah.
Or somebody recommended him, or maybe his trainer knew of him,
Right.
or something like that, and recommended him. Yeah, I mean that's
how it was with the Austin Wranglers. Is like, only reason I got in is because I knew my PT. She knew the people and the athletes. You know, I met the athletes, and that's how we got together. It wasn't like the organization say, hey, you know, they would be like, no, we got our people,
sure.
right? So it's kind of
Sure.
like you have to get under the umbrella.
So you have to get to the athletes, not so
Yeah.
much the team. And I think you'd probably make more money anyways if you were just working on the athletes and not
Yes,
working for the
that's
team.
why I don't work for UT.
yeah. So I mean, you'd probably make way more money doing that.
UT
yeah.
is like $40 an hour. I'm like, it's okay.
It's not terrible, but it's not what you make now.
Yeah, especially if they work you to death.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But maybe you'll meet somebody,
It's true.
but then you wouldn't have your own thing no more. You'd
Yeah.
be working for somebody.
I don't know about that.
That'd
Yeah.
be terrible. After doing it this long, 16 years of self-employment.
Contract
then-
work, man.
Nah, it'd be terrible.
Contract
yeah.
work.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
I'll
That's
just
the
take my
only way.
table up there. That's why I need to just go to the camp. Like I told you, I just need to take my table to football camp and cowboy camp. Be like, I'm here.
You should. You keep
I'm
talking
like,
about
I
this.
just need-
We're in camp right now.
Who sent you? Dave, Doug, I don't know, Sam. I don't know. I got my table. I got injured people.
You could have been on Hard Knocks,
right?
and then that would have been your big break.
Exactly.
Hey, there's still some episodes left.
Is there?
You can
Let's
still
just
make it
drive
up there. You can still make it up there, man. They're still in camp, still in
Coming up there,
preseason. Well, not in
Cowboys.
camp no more, but in
Yeah.
preseason training, practice, and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I think you should try it. I mean, what's the worst thing that happens? Nobody lays down on it. But what if someone does? What if Zeke lays down?
Right.
And then all of a sudden Zeke gets up and he's like, "Oh, I feel better." Okay. And then he tells Dak. And then Dak tells everybody.
Right.
Boom.
That's
And
it.
the next thing you know, you work for the Cowboys.
And
And
then
then,
you
I
don't
never
get to
see you
see-
again.
I'll see you in 4 months.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so happy, though. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. You just start working on the Cowboys. And it doesn't even have to be the It could be anybody.
Well, you know
The
what?
Texas
I need to
Rangers.
contact Mark Henry. He's doing a lot of the AEW.
The who?
The
Wait,
AEW.
who's Mark Henry?
Mark Henry, the strongest man in the world.
Mark Henry.
Yeah, Sexual Chocolate. He's a WWE wrestler.
Strongest man in the world?
Yeah, you know Mark
Definitely
Henry?
not the strongest
Bring him
man.
up, Mark
He's
Henry.
definitely not the strongest man in the world.
Not anymore,
though.
but so
I
Mark
mean-
Henry was the strongest man in the world before there was videos. Before you could
Let's
like
see. All right, let's see his.
Oh,
Let's see his biggest lifts.
go to the one. Yeah, go. Is that on YouTube? On YouTube, there's one where he like showed off. He did the broke record for
Just
overhead press.
Just go to the wiki. The wiki one will work. Let's see. Hold on right there. As well as the greatest raw deadlift by an American citizen. So he's credited for the biggest raw squat in the raw powerlifting total. Oh, so raw powerlifting. Click the 2.1, por favor. Down. Yeah. Deadlifted 903 pounds raw. He squatted more than he deadlifted? What the fuck? Wait, how?
Look at that power lift.
Powerlifting total. He benched 518 raw with wraps. What does that mean? So no. Does that just mean no tight suit?
I guess I don't know.
And then, but he had wraps so you could grip the bar. So his gym records unofficial. 1,000-pound squat. What? Oh, he squats more than he deadlifts. How does that even make sense? Are you so? I don't think that's normal.
Clean and jerk 485.
Damn.
507.
A 400-pound snatch. bruh. That's nuts.
And he would have won the gold medal, but he tore his muscle and he still got the silver.
Damn. Okay, so you're saying you should hit this guy up.
Well, I need to.
Wait, you know Mark Henry?
Yeah, he's one of my clients. He's now reached the AEW. I need to get with them and see if they're gonna.
Oh, okay, with the All Elite
Yeah.
Wrestling? Okay.
Yeah.
So how is he now? 50? Damn!
Yeah, we're the same age. Our boys are the same age.
Sheesh. You're 50?
Uh-huh.
What?
In January, I turned 50. Yeah.
You turned... Wait, you turned? Or
Yeah.
you turned?
I did.
Wait, my mom turned 50 in January.
Dang, you could be my boy.
I could. Wow, 50.
Yeah.
You don't look a day over
Thanks, man.
38.
Thank you.
Yeah, look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all them young girls have been chasing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, dude, that... Who squats more than they deadlift?
Mark Henry.
What? I'm mind blown by that. I don't know if that's I don't think that's a normal thing.
Like I said, so he knows all the strongmen, like in or Bjorn and all those guys.
Yeah.
And he goes to the Arnold like every year.
Okay.
Okay. Talk. He does the.
That's another place you could go.
I know I've been wanting to go, but man.
You go up there and set your table up at the Arnold. Be a vendor.
Well, he talked about taking me up there. I was like, is this? Yeah.
That would be a move. I mean, that's a good move.
It is.
Might not get you to like the professional sports world, but
Yeah.
who knows? You might start working on all the wrestlers.
Right.
That'd be still pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I was taking. Asking about that.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that'd be good. That'd be good. So that's okay. So the goal is to definitely work on a sports team. That's what you would really enjoy that.
Yeah, for a little while. Yeah. Yeah.
Just
I want
say
you to
that
know.
did
I
it.
want you to know. I told you I was really this close to working with J-Lo's dancers.
What?
Yes.
With J-Lo or
J-Lo and her
just
dancers.
J-Lo and her dancers or just her dancers? Because there's a
Well-
big difference here.
Well, on tour. How's that?
Like if she would have took you with her?
Yes.
What?
I was so close. Then COVID hit.
Oh, wait, this was recent.
Yeah. One of my clients, she's like a traveling nurse,
Okay.
and so she was in California, and she met this guy who actually was J-Lo's like PT or something like that.
Okay.
So she gave her my number because they're looking for someone to work for them and they're
Okay.
the J-Lo and the dancers and whatever. And I was like, okay, they're gonna call you. I was okay. And then COVID hit. They said the tour was like,
Dang.
yeah.
Makes your shirt so much more fitting.
Yeah.
Makes your shirt-
Exactly.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Yeah.
What if J-Lo was like, Ron? She lays down on the table
Mhm.
and she's like, Ron,
Yeah.
my left glute
Mhm.
hurts so bad.
Yeah.
You gonna be able to keep it together?
I'd be like, that's why they call me the butt man.
If someone got to do it.
I say, J-Lo, face down, your butt is mine.
Yeah. Someone's got to. You see A-Rod just sitting in the corner. Are they still dating?
No, not
No,
together.
it's not. No. Ben Affleck,
Is that who it is?
right? Ben
I don't
Affleck and
know.
J-Lo?
And I'd be like, J-Lo, no one's gonna touch you like I will. So
Yeah, you're right. And then Ben, yep, J-Lo and Ben. Yeah, Ben Affleck, yeah. Yeah, Ben Affleck's just sitting in the corner just watching.
What are you talking about? He'd be drunk or Batman, trying to be Batman.
Yeah! He's like, Ron, my ass hurts too.
That's it. Face down, Ben.
Yeah, all right, Ben, you're next. Dang, J-Lo and her dancers.
But I was hopeful.
Sheesh. That'd been nuts.
That'd have been crazy.
Your wife would have just let you leave on tour?
I was just gone.
Dang, just
I'm making money. I gotta work.
that's true. Just send it back home. Just send a check home. Hey, there you
Mhm.
go. It's not gonna bounce. Dang. Then
Yeah.
what would? Dang, could you imagine? Like, what would have happened?
Just-
Working on J-Lo, and then J-Lo tells Beyonce,
Then Madonna.
bro, you start working on Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Beyonce. And then through that you meet Rich Paul. And then through that you just start working on
Dude,
LeBron, Carmelo. Speaking of which, my friend actually shout out to Randy. He works he's on the athletic team of the Lakers now,
Yeah?
actually. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so
That's
he's
cool.
he's been working on those guys. He's not not a massage therapist. He's more of a I don't know exactly, but more of like the strength and conditioning coach kind of thing, like one of the assistant ones. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Making sure they're doing their
I'm so
movements
close,
properly.
man. But what also holds me back too is like I'm freaking busy all the time. I ain't got time to like market myself.
Hire someone to market you.
Yeah.
We live in Austin, Texas. That's what everybody and their mom does here.
I know. I
It's
should
literally
have done this,
the only
I
thing
should
they
have done this
do.
like 5 years ago, but yeah, I'm so far behind on like
So you're 50 now.
yeah.
How do your hands feel? Like,
You touch them.
no, not like that. Not like that.
You're fine.
But no arthritis, no nothing.
no, not yet. I mean, every once in a while I get stiff because I'm overworking
Okay.
myself. But
That's
I have
what
to-
that's what I mean. I mean, you've been doing this now
yeah,
for.
I have to keep working out.
Is that what you do?
Mhm.
Is that how you do it? Do you ever
Yeah.
do you work on your fingers?
I
Work on
have
your own
exercises. I do
fingers?
mobility exercises.
What do you do for your hands?
Well, I've got this big ball from Nido. You can look it up. It's a big squishy ball, and I go like this.
Wait, from where?
It's on Amazon. It's called Needoh. It's a toy, but I found it as a rehab for my I think it's flexors and extensors.
Okay.
So I use that and I spread my fingers and yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing that.
And of course, this lifting weights, that's really what does it.
Yeah, that helps.
Gripping and pulling.
Helps with constant. I mean, how long are you massaging every day? So you do Monday through Friday.
Probably about 6 or 7 a day.
6 or 7. Okay, so 6 or 7 clients. So anywhere between 6 hours to 8 hours, depending on
Mhm.
if they're doing hours or
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work with your hands.
Yeah. I usually from 9 to 4. What is that?
9 to 4. 7 hours.
Okay. There you go.
7 hours. Because 9 to 6, or no, 10 to 6 is 8. So 9 to 6 is 9.
Yeah.
Take away 2.
I average about 30 a
Oh,
week, 30 hours a
7
week.
hours.
Because some Fridays I work, some Fridays I don't. Take time
Oh,
off.
okay. Yeah, fuck it. You're getting old. You're 50.
Yeah, no.
You turned 50.
Yeah.
Dang. What'd you do for your 50th birthday?
Jump out of the airplane.
That's right. Okay, it's all coming back now. I remember that. Yeah, you copied me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped out of an airplane last
Yeah.
year for my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Skydiving.
inspired you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and then you jumped out of an airplane. Nice. I was actually just talking to one of my friends. She works the front desk at the place I get my hair cut, and I was talking to her, and she loves going skydiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was talking about how she just went last week, and she jumped, went down, jumped, landed, got in her car, drove down the street a little bit, and then was like, "Fuck it, I want to go again," and then turned back around and jumped again. And so,
That's funny.
oh, dude, jumping's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Then I also had a birthday party where we did dodgeball, wiffle ball, kickball, and cake and ice cream.
Okay, that's a good party. Where'd you do that
A
at?
hit.
Ah, nice. And Hit's owned by an ex-football player, right?
No.
No?
Just the guy.
I thought the guy that was the other place that you were working out of that was next to it. I thought he owned, or he was.
Oh, you talking one of the trainers, Sean Mitchell. He was
Okay,
Ricky
yeah.
Williams' backup.
Okay. So he
he's
doesn't
a
own the
trainer.
place.
He's a trainer.
So he doesn't know nobody?
Mm.
He doesn't have no connects, played in
Well,
the
he's got
league, got
connections,
nobody?
but Ricky Williams is smoking weed.
So?
He's a massage therapist himself.
Ricky Williams is?
Yeah.
Could you imagine going to, you just walk into a massage place and Ricky Williams walks out, are you ready? Like, be like, what the fuck? You're Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, dude, I'm so close, man. I worked on Nolan Ryan's wife. I know
Okay.
his son.
okay.
All right, of course, Mark
And
Henry.
for people who are listening, Nolan Ryan is a pitcher,
Yeah.
or was a
That's
pitcher.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, was a pitcher.
Legend. Yes.
Legend.
Yeah.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Who
Yeah,
else?
wash up.
Who else will the people know?
Who else would they know? Nobody knows. A lot of these older people. People don't know anymore.
What about rock stars?
Oh, you know who I worked on?
Hmm.
Excuse me.
just fucking just
Kenny here. She won the silver medal in the 100-meter hurdles.
who watching the hurdles is nuts.
Yeah.
The way that they are sprinting full speed while jumping over the hurdles is so mind-blowing to me. And then this year, I think someone broke the record for the 400 meter hurdles, and I think her time was like 45 seconds for 400 meter hurdles. And then I looked up the world record for the 400 meter sprint, and it was only like I think it was like a 2 or 3 second difference. I was like, yo, she ran the 400 meter hurdles almost as fast as the fastest 400 meter non-hurdle. What? Like, that's just crazy.
Well,
so you worked on her, the girl that won the silver this year?
Yeah, Kendra Harrison. Yeah.
Is that the girl I've met? There's another track athlete in there.
I think it was Magnolia.
There's another track athlete that's been going in there for a while now.
Yeah. No, I think it was Mag. But Kendra, I don't think you met her.
You've worked on still like the CrossFit Round Rock owners. I remember them.
Yeah.
You worked on still some people in here. Nobody know nothing. Ron, we got this.
It's just not my time. I figure when my son graduates, it'll be my time.
You think that's when it's gonna hit?
Who knows?
How much longer? So he's 15 now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got what? 2 more years? 3
Yep.
more years? So he's a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, going into a sophomore?
Yep.
Oh, so he got 3 more years.
Yeah.
Dang.
Whatever. That happened.
Dang.
But I meet a lot of people in California too, so it's kind of like, just kind of go with it. Whatever happens, happens.
That's true. I mean, you're doing all right now.
Yeah.
But obviously, you want to keep going.
Yeah.
So okay, so if you don't end up working on a sports team, what is it that? What else do you want?
I'm
to do? What else you want to accomplish?
Well, I'm working on my school, which it was going really well until COVID hit.
Wait, you're back in school?
No, I have my own school, my training program.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
We
I had
talked about that as
I had a couple people
well.
from Canada come down and train. And supposedly somebody from Tennessee was supposed to come down.
And then, well, when I was trying to make a appointment the other day, there was another lady on the list.
Yeah, Jen. She used
Okay.
to be a client, but she's the massage therapist now. So she's actually she's an engineer, so she has a job during the week, and she does this. She's trying to build her own massage business too.
Okay.
But yeah, she's really good too. But it's gonna be a while. She needs more reps, but she's really good.
That's cool.
She learns fast because she's really smart.
Yeah. That helps.
Yeah,
That
it does help.
Be intuitive. Yeah, being intuitive definitely helps.
Yeah.
So what? So
So I have my own school.
starting your own school.
Yeah, because the big.
I mean,
it would be cool to have like a school, like a massage, a body, like a storefront, and in the back of it have the school. So a
Mhm.
training, and you go work out on the floor and do massage, and then if you want to stay, you can stay or you can go on.
Man.
I kind of like to filter out
Okay. That'd be cool.
new talent.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, how long you want to do? How long you want to keep massaging people yourself, full time?
I don't know.
Gotta be getting tired.
Just until it's time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess when I'm like
Respect that.
60 years old and I'm too creepy to go touch people, I don't know.
Like, you're no longer the ass guy. No, sorry.
Right.
You're no longer the ass guy. No, not even the boob guy no more. No, you'll be lucky if
The
you're.
fondler.
Yeah, you're lucky if you're the calf guy anymore. All right, no more calves for you. Oh,
Yeah, when a 6-year-old guy says face down, your ass is mine, they're like,
wait a minute. Yeah, you get away with it now because nobody knows really how old you are. Well, I guess they do now.
yeah.
But you don't look 50.
Yeah.
So you get away with it.
And when you say no one's going to touch you like I do, they're like, yeah, you're probably right.
You're like, I don't know if I want this. I don't know if I want this. No. Oh. No, that's awesome. That was cool. So starting a school, doing something like that. I remember talking about that too, because I remember talking about how I would be interested in it if I had more time on my hands, but I don't. Got no time. But I think it would be fun, because I do enjoy like receiving massages and giving massages. I think it's I think there's something neat about it and something cool about it, especially how you do it, like I said, where you can just like feel around a certain area. Someone comes in and says this hurts. You feel around a certain area and you can kind of trace it to the point where it's actually hurting. And like I said, whenever I'm there, I love picking your brain on it because I find the whole thing really fascinating. Like it's a really cool, like it's a really cool thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just really cool, like how you understand how everything groups in together, how everything connects, the muscle overlaps, all these different things, and that you can help move them and get them firing, get them working more properly, have a better range of motion, more power, more this, and it's a really cool thing to do because the human body is fascinating already, and then I feel like you serve such a pivotal, like you're just so important in an athlete's life.
Yeah.
And which is why it's still so weird that just athletic massages, it doesn't register with a lot of people yet. Like if you say an athletic massage, they just think that you're sending them to just a masseuse.
Right.
And it just still hasn't fully registered what it is exactly that you do.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of hard to, I guess it's also kind of hard to like get out because I can't explain what I do.
Yeah. They just have to kind of
kind of hard to explain, right? You tell
it is,
somebody,
yeah.
right? You're like, he
Yeah.
does this.
Well,
and
he's a masseuse, but
yeah.
he's kind of smart. Not to say that masseuses aren't smart, but he's you know, he really likes asses and he's really good at breaking up scar tissue and tits. Like, yeah, you should go.
Right.
Like, I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, they're like, oh, okay, cool, masseuse. All right,
But
cool.
we did come up with the. We're going to market this as so tensegrity, right? It's like pretty much the whole picture,
Mhm.
and then there's a physiology of it. So we're trying to. So I'm trying to. It's kind of hard to put the word out tensegrity because people don't know what that is, right? They're like, what the hell is that? You know, it's like because you got the active release technique. Well, I wanted to go active tensegrity physiology. So you'd be like, what the hell is that? So,
yeah, that's.
but if
I don't know
you
what that
if
word
you know
means.
what that is, and you're like, oh, that's exactly what he does. He takes the whole picture and does the physiology part of it and the tensegrity of it, and like he's actively releasing it. So it's kind of like, but you know, that's kind of like.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind when you say that is just when you walk into your office, there is a picture of the body without the skin on it, and you can see where everything connects. And I always love just looking at the picture. And it's another thing that I think it's just really interesting is like you're looking at this picture and there's just all these things that are moving. Like our bodies are crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane that we all can still function each and every day. Like there's just so much that has to work properly all day long, every day. And it's amazing that we can still do anything.
That's why there'll never be a perfect cyborg.
No?
Because doctors, just a lot of people don't understand how the body works still. You'll never understand how the body works because the brain, the way it functions.
Yep.
You know, that's why, like, one of my clients is a doctor. I was like, yeah, it's like, you don't know what the brain can do. It's so, how it fires off so fast. You know, you compensate this and that, and little muscles are doing this or this. I mean, there's no way someone can program that because what a robot is, you program it. Someone has to have that knowledge to, like, hey, when he's walking, you know, whatever, just, you got to be able to get the pinky and this and that. There's no way there's going to be a perfect cyborg.
Don't say no way, man.
There's going to be like, you know, like the Terminator. You know, if you know the flaws, like, okay, you know.
I don't know, man. Boston Dynamics has that freaking robot doing a million backflips. Just
yeah, but somebody programmed it.
very fast.
Somebody
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even like a dog. You know what your dog's going to do?
Huh?
Has his own brain. Your dog has
Sure.
right?
Well, sometimes. Where'd she go? Yeah. Sometimes she does.
Yeah.
She's actually probably smarter than me, honestly. She's,
There you go.
yeah.
So like a robot, they're just programmed. So
It's true. That's interesting.
yeah.
But I mean, eventually they're probably gonna figure it out.
Well, all the
They're gonna be able to download your consciousness
Mhm.
into that robot.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, they know how to make the big muscles work, the big movements, but the
Yeah.
little stuff they won't be able to.
That's how they're gonna figure it out, though. They're just gonna take you and put you into it. We're gonna integrate with technology. That's inevitable.
Okay, Matrix. Yes, eventually.
It's inevitable. It's where
It's
we're
true.
going.
It's true.
Neuralink is gonna launch in 4 or 5 years from now, and then we're gonna be putting things in our brain and then communicating using no words. We're just gonna be able to read each other's minds.
Just like Demolition Man.
I don't know the reference.
You didn't see Demolition Man? You need to watch that.
It's with,
Stallone.
okay, I was gonna say it's an Arnold movie.
Yeah,
But it's
Stallone, Snipes, and Sandra Bullock was in there. Rob Snyder.
I feel like I've.
It's so
seen
almost
parts
like
and
what it is
pieces.
now, right? It's like defund the police because their police was like, "You sir, you need to put that down." They had no guns.
Yeah.
They had no guns at all.
Okay, so then there's a scene
Talking about the
where-
sex scene.
no.
The sex scene. They didn't even have sex. They had like this thing you put on your head, and it was like you were doing each other, but you didn't touch.
Oh, that'd be so terrible.
That's what they're doing now.
But that's where we're headed. I know
Yes.
that's where we're headed. It's so crazy.
And they don't touch it, but they go like this instead of touching. They go.
Yeah.
That's how they. Yeah, there's no high fives or nothing.
No, it's where we're headed though.
Yes.
Oh, it's so terrible. But I mean, it's inevitable though. We're gonna integrate with technology. That's the only. I don't know. That's just the. That's what's coming. And there's nothing we can really do about it. There's nothing stopping that train. Because there's gonna be enough people who are just like, oh yeah, here we go, and then they're just gonna do it. And then here we are. You know. So. But it's not gonna be all bad. I mean, Neuralink is gonna have its good purposes.
Well, I'm 50, so it won't be that long until I'm gone. So.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. They're spending a lot of money in anti-aging right now. There's
Yeah.
so much money being pumped into anti-aging
But I'm not taking any
technology.
I'm not doing any of it.
Yeah, you are. You will.
No.
If you got to like 70 and they're like, Ron, we could keep you to 160 and you'll feel fine. You're gonna do it.
I'd be like, if I had to live, then who's my spouse? How young is my spouse?
No, she's gonna be with you too. Keep your wife.
Okay.
Okay.
Super Viagra.
No. You'll feel fine. See? No. This is gonna be the thing. Viagra is gonna be a thing of the past. You're not even gonna need it no more because you're just both gonna put on your
That's
helmets.
too long to live, brother.
No, you're both gonna put on your helmets.
I know.
You're gonna have sex. You're gonna take the helmet off, and both of you are gonna be on opposite side of the rooms the entire time.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said, I don't want to live that long.
As long as I'm not miserable and I can still do what I want to do, I'm okay with living on. As long as, but I got to be able to still do what I got to be able to do.
Well, my
I'm
goal
not
is to
trying to
play slow pitch softball until I'm 80.
There you go.
So 30 years to go.
Boom. Do it.
Yeah.
You got this.
Oh, yeah.
You got this.
I went to a tournament a few months ago. There
Did
was
you win?
80-year-olds playing tournaments.
Is that when? Is
75-year-olds,
this when you inspired?
70-year-old.
Is this when you got inspired? This is when you.
I was like,
This
yeah.
is when you're like, all right, I'm playing until I'm 80.
Yeah.
Boom.
Because I figured, going to 50, I'm in a 50 and over league.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, that's a big goal. I was like, oh, there's an 80-over league?
There's 80 and older.
Yeah, that's
league.
yeah.
They have a whole league of
80
80 plus.
It was a tournament with 2 teams or 80-year-olds. And then
2 full teams.
yeah, and then there was
Two
then there was
whole
4
rosters.
75-year-old teams.
What?
Then there was 6 70-year-old teams.
What?
Yeah, and then the 65 there's a bunch of them. Yes, I was like, what?
Jeez.
So I'm like, okay.
Okay. Did you watch any of the 80-year-old matches?
No, they played on Thursday because they don't work.
Ah, I was about to say. I just want to see.
I want to see it too.
I want to see them hit the ball, and then I want to see what happens next.
I hear that.
How do they make it the base?
I hear they have a runner at home, and they hit it, and they got runs. That's what I heard.
So that makes so much. Okay, because I was trying to picture this, and I'm like, but then I guess if you hit a line drive, it's gonna take that outfielder a long time to get to it as well. And you just see this dude just going to first base.
Oh, they come sprinting and throw it fast. Who knows? I want to see him play.
At 80? What's a sprint at 80?
I don't know. I want to see it.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
So I'm trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, you have to get some video footage of. Let's see if we can find 80-year-olds playing slow pitch softball.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find
Let's
a video,
see.
dude.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. 80-year-olds playing slow pitch softball.
86.
The Wall Street Journal. Here we go.
Holy crap!
Yo, he's 80. Look at him go. They're 80.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's 80. Okay,
86.
just him.
Oh.
What?
He's 86.
Yo, look at him go. Yo,
That's gonna be me, bro.
they're moving way faster than I thought. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe that was ageist of me. I apologize. Yo, this is awesome.
Look.
No, this
Man.
is great though. All jokes aside, this is awesome.
Look, those guys still running.
Hey, good for them, man. Hey, no excuses. None at all. You got 80-year-olds playing softball. There's no excuses. Get off your ass and go do something. Zero excuses. That is cool. Like, what? And he was moving, too.
Yeah, dude.
He was going the first play. And then he rounded. You saw that plant go?
That's what I'm
Dude,
saying.
he still got it.
I'm staying in shape for that.
86.
Yeah.
You got to.
Oh, hell yeah.
But now you have to play at 87. That guy's 86.
Hey, I'll play till I'm gone.
87. You gotta make it to 87.
90.
Not oof. What if there was a 90-year-old league?
Probably not around here.
Dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. Ron, tell everybody where they can find you, how to get a hold of you. Go ahead, shout yourself out, plug it up.
AthleticTuneUp.com. 7797 Burnett Road, Austin, Texas. 78757.
Hit
Hit
Athletic.
Athletic is the shell that I work in.
And then they can
Come hit
make
some balls.
you can make an appointment on the website.
That's right.
Come and see you.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll go to Hit Athletic. Boom.
That's right.
You
Upstairs.
just tell the person at the desk you're going upstairs to see Ron, and he'll be up there waiting. And your
Mhm.
ass is his.
That's
Face
right.
down,
That's right.
ass up. Awesome, buddy. Got
All
anything
right.
else?
No. Oh, you know what I was gonna say earlier?
What you got?
I forgot to tell you. The best butt exercises, hurdles.
Hurdles?
Have you seen those chicks' butts? Those
Oh well, yeah, sure. But,
sprinters and
but is
hurdles.
that the best? I don't know if that's the best.
Who has the best butt? A CrossFitter or a hurdler?
Oh well, CrossFitters have nice legs. They don't really have nice butts. I mean, they do. They're just.
So what do people go exercise for? They want nice butts. They don't want nice legs. They want nice butts, right?
Hurdlers, huh?
Or sprinters. Same
They
thing.
do. That's true. That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Most of the fast football guys,
It's also true.
right, are sprinting.
Yeah.
So if you want a good butt, sprint.
Sprint. Unless you tear your hamstring. Not fun.
Then it may not be hamstring, it may be adductors.
Oh.
Or could it be your quad?
Oh.
Or could it be the mobility in your ankle, in your foot? Oh, or could it be your psoas?
Boom. Go to Ron to find out.
Yes.
It was wonderful to see you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me. Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Well, you're
Yeah, in my apartment.
You could be my
Appreciate
kid.
you.
I am
Yeah.
50.
That's dang.
What's your mom's name?
I'm still mind blown. Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, where's she going to school?
Yeah. My dad's still younger though. My mom's older. My dad's young. I think my dad just turned 40, maybe 41. I can't keep up, man. They're gonna comment on this and they'll correct it because I said my mom was 47 in one episode. In one episode, and she was like, "Dude, we just celebrated my 50th birthday," and I was like, "That's true. I was there. Yeah, we definitely did. Yeah, yeah." So
Too much get kicked in the head.
yeah, or that, or too much marijuana. I don't know. One of the two. Anyways, it was wonderful to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
I gotta come in there and get in there, get my
Yeah.
ass worked on, and various of other issues that just.
Or your shoulder and hamstring, yeah.
Yeah, shoulder.
Ankle.
Yeah, shoulder and ankle for sure. Those are the things. All right, buddy. It was wonderful to see you. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Out.
Boom.